Nice smoke galore at the front. Oh, what's going to happen here? On the back. Looks like Mr. Brisket and Don T are both making early. Oh, no! Just go for it. Where's he going to appear? Anyway, as the community. Ooh. No! Oh. Yeah, it always turns to shambles. When our specials talking to shambles, oh my name! And that looks, I'm gonna call this early doors. That looked like a takeout. Oh no! Spoon! Oh no! Oh! This ain't a ball, please. Oh! Wow! 123.9. Oh no! There's a late winner. Who's that? Well, Spoon, you have nowhere. Six was out there. One of his videos. Oh, what a rubbish track we joined that was. What a move. Is he going to make it stick though? Tough corner to make it stick on. Is he going to go round the outside? Unbelievable. Oh. Wow, wow, wow.
Fantastic move.
The most dynamic commentary duo on Twitch.
The fastest growing racing community on Discord.
Welcome to the NoobGamerz.
Wow, wow, wow. Look at the beautiful people before me tuning in for tonight's main event. That's right. The NoobGamerz studios are open for business once again. It's a brand new season, a brand new year with brand new cars at a very familiar track. Season 19 in the Lotus open wheel vintage cars. Oh, it's going to be sexy. So thank you for joining us here tonight. It's going to be a cracker. Even though Christmas is over. See what I did there? Yeah, get the puns in early. Anyway, I've got a hell of a person joining me this evening, as ever, in my ears, coming live to bring you through all the trials and tribulations tonight. My co-commentator, my friend, some say my lover, but all we do know is his name is Jamie. Good evening, Jamie.
Good evening. Those allegations are, of course, unproven, but 100% accurate.
Yeah.
So, good evening, man. All right? How you doing?
I'm very good. How are you?
Good. Yeah, good. Hello to Toasty Toad, FLT, and whoever else said hello before I loaded the chat room. Ryan, new season like a million or something. I think we're on now.
Yep.
What number is it? 19 seasons. I say it every time, but that's too many, isn't it?
19 4 to 5 week seasons over a 2-year period. You could say we're seasoned at this now, Jamie.
Jesus Christ! I mean, that's 2 puns early doors. He's on form.
Yeah.
Aren't you cold? You look a bit chilly just in the t-shirt there.
I know, I'm alright. The bright lights of the studio keep me warm, and the warm fuzzy feeling I get inside bringing people this fantastic racing just gives me all the heat I need.
And you know, I thought you were going to say the warm wrapper of Ethan streetwear.
Well,
NoobGamerz
you know what?
merchandise
There's a story
available.
behind this T-shirt. So I was running a little bit late tonight. Don't mind admitting it. I saw that Ethan was in the voice chat, and I thought Ethan's back racing. I'm going to pop
Oh,
the T-shirt
no.
on just for him. Get back to my
And?
desk. I said to the guys, "Where's Ethan gone?" He was like, "Oh yeah, he was just here. I hadn't done that practice, so yeah, not racing tonight." I was like, ah. So this is for him, even though he's not here.
Just tried to do the old Discord link for FLT asking how to join in season 19. Commands don't seem to be working right, so
Okay.
don't worry about that. If anyone maybe can drop the Discord link in, that would be great.
Well, obviously,
Um,
Jamie, it's noobgamers.com/discord. I mean, you know that. I mean, I know that. We all know that, right?
I knew immediately, but you know, it was a test.
Okay.
So
Yeah, good.
good.
Anyway,
Oh.
Red Bull Ring, Jamie. Who's going to have wings tonight? Keep them rolling. Keep them rolling.
Sorry, season 19. We've started well. We've started strong
Yeah.
with the punnage.
Yeah.
Oh god, absolutely no idea. I've not even had a chance really, Ryan, to look at who we've got in the drivers back. But I do see actually. Oh, just seen something that very much excites me, Ryan. Could we finally get the battle we've all been waiting for between Daza and Yerasan this season? They're both back this season, Ryan. We were robbed many times of a real titanic battle between the two, weren't we?
Yes, we were. We were indeed. Yeah, both of them racing this evening. Daza and Yerasan back on the track. Nashif's back in for a full season 2 races around the Omasaur. We got Fridge, we got Chambernet, you got Toot, you got all the old faithful drivers who you love, know, and expect to be racing with us tonight. It is the Red Bull Ring GP. It is in a tasty open wheel vintage car with damage on, Jamie. And I know there's been some interesting practice sessions, to say the least.
Have there? Yeah, I'm sure they have. Yeah, Lotus Type 51s, Ryan. Yeah, interesting cars. I would say for the first time in many seasons, potentially ever, in fact. Trying to think back to season 1. We don't have the full 32 grid, Ryan, at race 1. People are scared of these cars, right?
Yeah.
They're scared of them.
They certainly are. I mean, these cars are certainly going to sort the men from the boys tonight. They're currently in practice at the moment, just under 3 minutes left of that practice session going on right now. Before we head down trackside, Jamie, for a 20-minute qualification session and a 40-minute race. So 60 full minutes of racing entertainment to bring the people at home tonight. How exciting is that?
Oh, I just can't believe it. Can't bloody believe it, Ryan. Yeah, very quiet out there so far, Ryan. People taking a while to get back into the swing of things in New Year. Perhaps, you know, there's people still recovering from their New Year festivities, locked away in their houses.
Yeah, maybe. Well, it's probably time we go down to trackside now, ladies and gentlemen. Season 19 is upon us, should I say. And as ever, there's only one goddamn place to be. And that is right here on NoobGamerz TV. So please sit back, relax. Why not grab yourself a snack and get comfy? Because season 19 starts right here, right now. Let's go, people. Oh, here we go then, ladies and gentlemen, and big up to Salvan Gores, Jamie, who drops us a cheeky little follow while we were doing the introduction there. Big up yourself, and welcome to the stream tonight. And hopefully you enjoy the action. But we're live on board with Daza during this practice session, Jamie. Obviously, you know, just lowballing it at the moment in 22nd place.
Yet to set a time, of course, right? And we can see, even in the capable hands of championship winner Daza, these things are a bit of a handful. So maybe we're starting to learn quickly why maybe some people are a bit scared of them. But he does pop in a lap time, only good enough for 7th. But it's just practice. Yeah. Don't you worry about that, Ryan. It's just practice. Yeah. Currently at the top, Ryan, we've got Feg actually sat there with a 153.5.
Interesting. Yeah, Feg, Duncan. And is that Toasty Toad in 3rd place using the 3-letter abbreviation that I can
It's
know?
Tony, actually, Ryan. It is.
Tony's back for another spin. Nashif in there, Backy's in there as well. Rich, Mr. Rich is there. We've got Fridge, we've got Crichton, we've got Daza, we've got Buzzerwap, we've got Took. I said a good mix. Aaron, another new racer, taken to the track with us this evening in 14th place. So again, Jamie, drivers old and new, getting stuck into the NoobGamerz. The community is absolutely alight. It has to be said. There are still, and I'll never get bored of saying it, but on a daily basis, there are multiple people joining the Discord server every single day. We're up to 945 members in the Discord channel now, Jamie. And last week, just as we were closing down the last stream that me and you did, I know there was one on Monday too, but we actually, at the end of the stream we did over on the weekend, we actually surpassed 900 followers on the Twitch channel as well. So lots of milestones being hit at the moment.
Lovely stuff. Congratulations to you and all. Just noticed another previous race winner, Ryan, back in the mix. Bobber113 joining us. Missed a couple of seasons, but he's back for this one, and we know how quick he can be. So lots of good competition at the front so far.
Yeah, lots of good competition, which is good to see, although Theg does steal that place back right at the death, jumping just above Bobber as the race complete is done. So are we going to see a new battle, Jamie? Forget your Dazza and your Yerasan war of attrition. Is it going to be the Theg, Bobber and Duncan show at the top of the leaderboard?
Certainly could do. Certainly could do. I hope little sis Duncan pops in, because Duncan's definitely been performing well lately, hasn't he? As girlfriend of Theg joins us, have I missed Snack Chat? No! Of course not. We'd never do Snack Chat without you.
No, exactly. Theg has decided that Radical of Ricky Racing is not for him anymore, and he's gone back to Theg, and that's what we
I mean, that is easier for us.
Just simple, effective. Theg, get it done.
Exactly. Exactly. And also, girlfriend of Radical Rookie Racing is a bit of a mouthful.
It is a bit of a mouthful, indeed. King Kodiak up to 6th place, Jamie. Another top racer inside the top 10 now. So, I think this could be shaping up to be a pretty competitive event. Although, we've got to remember these are open wheel cars after all. I'm going to put some money on the fact that we are going to see some wheels bouncing down the track at some point.
We've already seen some whilst chatting a minute ago in the background. There was just some absolute carnage in the background.
Yeah.
But you don't need to worry about that, because what you do need to worry about is Took resubscribing for the 26th month.
26th month, and I think it was by the message we've received via that subscription. I think it was Took who took the full brunt of the mistake there, after he got murdered in practice. So he's definitely looking forward to tonight's events. But here we go, free practice now done, and Bobber does actually get back to the top of the leaderboard, the only driver in the 152s. But of course, it was just practice. We've got no idea whether people were just, maybe stepping off the gas, bit of sandbagging going on, Jamie. But we got Bobber there, King Kodiak, Duncan, Dazza, Tony, Nashid, Omisal, Mr. Rich and Backy making up the top 10 in free practice. But let's go to qualification and 20 goddamn minutes of it, Jamie.
Bloody hell, 20 goddamn minutes of it. But you know what qualification means, Ryan? It means Snack Chat. So, you don't have to rock straight into it. But, that's why people are excited. Aaron, a new driver. Backy, also a new driver, Ryan. To me, at least.
Yep.
Don't know if you're aware of much of Backy. I think that's the two new ones, as Balapane does just pop into the lobby as well. Let's go more with Yero-san, Ryan, as we exit the pits here. One of my favourite circuits, if not my favourite circuit tonight, Ryan. We've talked about this before. It's a regular of ours because it's such a good one.
Yep.
I know you're a big fan. Let's see how Yero-san tackles this.
Indeed, the scene of me beating Nobsy in the F1 race we had the other day
Was it indeed?
FYI. But yeah, we do like the Red Bull Ring GP, to be fair. Yero-san looks like, from the early signs in practice, he's back to get in and amongst it. He's in 5th place by virtue of randomness, as the qualification times are in. But yes, Jamie, I am a big favourite of this circuit. You can see people getting their tyres warmed up on the outlap here, and I think this could be a scintillating qualification session.
Yeah, excited. Absolutely excited for this one, Ryan. It could go any of the ways. Ryan, any thoughts on bringing back the little betting thing you have going for a couple of races?
I definitely could. I mean, I can't do it on the fly. Well, I could do it on the fly right now, but it might be a bit messy. But perhaps I need to bring that back next week, because I imagine loads of people have built up some new points that they can spend on betting. But anyway, Jamie, let's give the people what they want. You know what time it is. Let's do this.
Come on then.
Snapchat. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. The first one of season 19 is upon us, and I do have a shake tonight, Jamie. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready. Yeah.
There we go.
You should watch that back because that looks absolutely terrible on stream. You just bowing your head and then just going up and down a bit. Yeah, well, maybe someone could clip that for me, and I'll be able to use that in future future videos.
Yeah,
yeah, quite a meaty shake, Ryan. That one, I think.
Meaty.
Actually.
Yes, meaty.
Yeah, I mean that's not meant to be a clue at all, of course.
No. Well,
If
maybe.
you had to have
who
a
knows?
meat-based snack, actually, Ryan, I think. I mean, you haven't gone there yet.
That's true. A witty username. He's not messing around though. He's not like, I'm going to ask a
Yeah,
question,
yeah,
try and
yeah.
find out. He's like, bang, straight in. This is what I think. But he's incorrect. But it's a good guess anyway. Well done, Witty. Welcome to the
That's a
stream.
good shout, though, Witty. Yeah,
Welcome,
yeah.
Combative Mass, who's joined us as well. And just great to have so many beautiful people in the channel, Jamie, gearing up for what should be a sensational race. And Snapchat.
But just some big news, right? Actually, just to let you know, he is actually right. So he's not wrong. So if you could just correct that, please.
So that's it then. Snapchat done.
Cheers.
Yeah, just got a fill for 16 minutes now. I mean, we could talk about the racing, but no one wants that, right?
Who was the guy? I can't. Was it? Who was the guy that kept getting Snapchat like immediately on the first guess?
Oh,
I can't remember who it was now.
it's gonna bug me.
Combative Mass, don't you go anywhere, my friend. Of course that's not right.
Of course it's not right.
Sweet or savoury, right? Come on, talk to me.
It's sweet, Jamie.
So it's always sweet with you. You've definitely got a sweet tooth lately, I think.
The issue I had tonight is our shopping. The only slot we could get delivery, because we want it delivered, is 10 p.m. tonight. So we are low in the food areas.
10
I was going to get a savoury snack tonight, and then went to the cupboards and was like, yeah, our shopping is literally arriving after the stream, so we're a little bit light on food. So next week, Jamie, I promise I'll do a savoury one, just for you.
Who you gone with for the old shop?
Morrison's were the only slot available. Everyone else basically didn't have one. For
We
them.
had the same actually. We had a Morrison's yesterday. Yeah, right, decent. That's it really. That's all I got on that. So moving swiftly on, Ryan. Does that mean your wife's got to stay up till 10 p.m. whilst you do streaming?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. right,
Unless we
bet she's
finish
not
on
good
time,
at
but
that.
we'll see.
Yeah, another shake for Combative Mass, please, Ryan.
Okay. Anything for combative mass. I'll make it
Yeah,
lovely
cool.
as well. How's that for you, Jamie?
It's absolutely fantastic. But how is it for Combative Mass? That's the bigger question I've got.
That is a big question. Time's starting to come in though. Jamie Theg at the top of the leaderboard at the moment with a 1:53.9. So over a second slower than the quickest time we saw during the practice session. But there's plenty of time left. 15 minutes to go. Yerasan, Rich and Omasaur in the 1:54 so far. Any chance you grab that Chili rabbit? One day. That's one day.
I like that. I like that. I like that someone remembers that because I'd forgotten and you just reminded me.
How could you forget,
That's a-
Jamie?
Well, I've seen you in so many things, Ryan. That wasn't particularly weird, to be honest.
fair,
that
fair.
doesn't make the top 10.
Fair.
So,
yeah, I'll give you that.
but for Combative Mass, obviously, that was a big day and he's remembered it well. So,
Yeah.
fair enough. Crichton Alpha's here, Ryan. Been on excellent form lately. Could we see Crichton sneak a podium today, Ryan?
I
That's
don't know.
a question.
I feel like these cars are going to be a cup of tea for some people and not others. Theg looks like he's very racy in these vehicles. He's obviously done a decent amount of practice to get himself up there. You know, up there during practice, up there during qualification already. So I think we might see some new entrants inside the podium positions. I think. I don't know. I haven't watched enough racing in these cars yet to really put my money where my mouth is in terms of who yet, with the exception of Theg, who's done quite well. Omasaur in the 153s now as well. So I guess we're going to find out a lot during this qualification session, aren't we?
We are, and you know, Theg has clearly been smashing in the practice run because he's definitely been performing very well in the last couple of events, and he looks like he's set to continue here, doesn't he? Although King Kodiak currently takes that provisional pole 153.2 with a great lap, and Duncan up there as well, and there goes another Racer XTC, Ryan. What a lap from him, 151.6.
Wow!
What the?
Wow, that is basically a second quicker than the quickest time we saw during that practice session. So Racer looking very, very racy, Jamie. 151.6. Looking very good. Combative Mass, the snack is not in a tube, but a good guess. Nonetheless, keep those guesses and questions flying in. We've got 13 minutes to go, and as ever, if you get the right answer, and I'm looking at you, girlfriend of Freg, you get a free subscription, and you know you've not got one yet. So
Yeah, she was buzzing for a minute ago, not even had a guess yet, right?
Yeah.
Probably doing some calculations, making some notes, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. On board with Bobbledino though. Combative Mass. The swear filter on the new alerts thing we use is sensational. I don't know whether everyone saw it. I'm going to re-trigger it so people can see it again, and I've got another great one as well. So look at this. It just cuts out the last 3 letters because of, you know, it thinks it's a word on its own. And there's another one earlier. There was another follower called ManuSTC who started following us before the channel.
Okay.
And look at this one. I'll re-trigger it again.
Right.
It just says M ... because it's M anus TC. Which is great. So,
That's a good one. That is, yeah.
They do make me chuckle. Anyway, 11 minutes to go. Racer on the top of the pile at the moment. Not why I make so many Ryan cheerleader answers. I mean,
Ass.
yeah. I like it. Right, who's going to get themselves inside the top 3 here, Jamie? You asked me, but now I'm asking you.
Who's going to get themselves inside the top 3? Well, that's a very open question. I mean, I asked you one specific driver, but it was a yes or no. It's a 50-50 for the question you had. This is 1 out of 26.
I'm up in the States.
Or 3 out of 26. Yeah. I'm okay. Let's have a little look because Racer sort of set a new bar, hasn't he, with that lap?
Yeah.
I mean, out of nowhere, have we seen Racer? You know, always a good driver, but have we ever seen him at the very sharp end of a grid line? Just remind me.
Not that sharp. I mean, that is
No.
like needle sharp, isn't it? Christ. Munches, Combative Mass. No, it's not Munches, but appreciate the guess.
We were talking about Munches last week, weren't we? Yeah, that's the sort of great racing stream we had last week. We're talking about Munches, yeah. Well, I mean, Racer looks you know, an easy bet for the top 3 at the moment, Ryan. Although there is 10 minutes left, I would never rule Dazza out, Ryan. He's currently sitting 4th, but that's not the most out there gamble from me.
Yeah, oh, here he is, the boy.
He was the one who always used to get it, wasn't he? Of course he was. Kingsley, no Kingsley. Snapchat's not been done. No guesses flying in. It's all about quantity of guesses, Ryan.
Yeah, we like quality.
And we haven't had that tonight.
Yeah, we're not interested in quality of guesses. We want lots of terrible guesses to make it look like
Get down the end. Yeah, we'll eventually filter it down.
Yeah.
It's funny. Snapchat's an odd one because some weeks it absolutely pops off, and that's all anyone cares about.
Yeah.
And other weeks, no, not interested. Do you think it's based on whether people are hungry themselves or not at the time?
Maybe they're just, they're actually just eating their tea and they're like, oh, actually, I'm quite full now, I don't really want to talk about it.
Exactly.
Other nights
Yeah.
are like, oh, ravenous, I need to get a snack.
Very
Oh, yeah,
ravenous,
let's get some snacks and get the juices flowing, maybe.
Go on, here he is, look.
Yeah. But anyway, Kingsley, welcome, my friend. Great to have you joining us here tonight. We've got 9.5 minutes left of this qualification session. Racer XTC currently leads the way, although Bob gets himself into second place with a 1:52.2. Now, had we seen that time pre the Racer 1:51 off the back of the practice session, we'd be going, Bob has nailed it. He's got it. That's the man. But that time from Racer is unbelievable.
I feel like Racer's cut the track somewhere and just not got a penalty or something.
Yeah.
He's so far ahead.
Maybe a little toe from
really?
someone, maybe?
A big bloody toe. Yeah. That's unbelievable. He's got the old nitrous button out there. A clue for Kingsley. Sweet and sounds quite solid pieces, says Combative Mass, as Fridge does not enjoy that particular corner. Let's gamble with Aaron, Ryan, a new racer here. R is 3-letter thing which I'm sure you can have some fun with. Currently sat down in 22nd position. Straight in, look. Mauan Pimbles. Straight in with a good guess.
Straight in with a guess. It's an incorrect guess, but he is straight in with a guess nonetheless.
Did we say not in a tube? Is it in like a packet, Ryan?
It's
Individual
not in
packet?
a tube and it's not in an individual packet, no.
A box?
It is a box of some description, yes.
Okay, I mean that's got to narrow it down. There can't be that many
Well,
box sweets.
well, we'll find out. Well, it's not Maltesers compatible nuts. I mean,
Oh,
I've gone,
that was my first thought.
yeah, I've gone for one tonight that should, make it a challenge. But it doesn't look like anyone's up to that challenge actually. That's what I'm saying.
No, for when you pick difficult one, you need to pick it on one of those nights where people are buzzing for it, and you get about 200 guesses, and then they can get it. On a quiet night, right? That's not the time for the challenge. But you never know, do you? 2 drivers yet to set a time, Ryan, 25th and 26th. Backy and Toasty Toad. Here we're on board with it. Looks like he is just going to come round the final corner now, Ryan. So let's see if he's going to get a valid lap in or not. Where's he going to go? Quick guess.
23rd. Oh!
Matchsticks, nerds.
No, I think for Kingsley, because he's like the Snapchat god, I need to give him the shake to give him the full flavour.
Come on.
There you go. It's a meaty one.
Yeah.
It's not matchsticks. No, it's not matchsticks.
But it's not literal meat.
It's not literal meat. No. 7 minutes to go, Jamie. No one's getting close to Racer at the moment. Bobber tried his best with a good time of 1:52. Although it was really good if you were going back to that practice session. King Kodiak, Omasaur, Dazza, Rich, Duncan, Chambernator, and Theg, and Nashif though, all in the 153 club as a little crew, making up the top 10. So whilst the two at the top have a decent gap between them and their competitors, behind them, Jamie, it is fierce.
It is absolutely fierce. Yeah, I like that. Here's your man though, Ryan. We've not seen him for a little bit out on the track, but he's back out there tonight. One of your favourites, perennial mid-packer. Here he is. I'll let you introduce his name.
Andre Hildebrand. He's just steady, gets himself in amongst it, loves a race, does have a little spike who gets excited every now and again, and we see it just there. Look, a little bit over aggressive sometimes into the corner, which costs him, because generally I do think he is a quick racer, but it's just the consistency just pulls him down the leaderboard a little bit more than he'd like to be. But he's a great person to have on board as we see another spin out in front of him, James. So people are certainly struggling with these vehicles tonight, and as you said, we haven't got a full grid for the first time for a very long time. Only 26 drivers on the grid at the moment. But one man who's always on the grid, Jamie, is Richard.
He is indeed, yeah, absolutely. Currently down in 21st. Normally makes positional gains during the course of a race for his sort of slow and steady wins the race approach, but it normally works out quite well for him. Come on, Rich, says Jamsplat. Why is Jamsplat racing? Matt says Tafifi, Ryan.
It's not Tafifi.
Tafifi. What's Mike and Ike's?
I don't know. I'm guessing it's some sort of American thing.
Even you don't know. I mean, if you don't know what a sweet is, Mike and Ike's.
Just googling the same thing. Oh, those things. Okay, yeah, I recognise them.
Yeah,
but
yes, you do.
yeah, I wouldn't have been able to get that name in a million years, but now I see that I know what they mean. And it's not those, but that would be a cool one to be fair. Come on, Rich, as you said, Jamie. Jamsplat is loving it tonight. Rich in 6th place at the moment in that hotly contested top 10 as we speak. Yeresan just outside it in 11th, Jamie. Frimode and Fridge, no idea which way round they are in 12th and 13th place, which isn't much use to anyone at the moment.
I know.
With Toucan Tony and Psycho Lizard rounding off the top 16 cars, and if not Ferrero Rocher competitors.
Imagine just smashing a full-on box of Ferrero Rocher.
Similar box though. It's got a knock to it.
Is it chocolate, right? Is it chocolate?
It's got a knock to the box, like like Ferrero Rocher.
No one's asked if it's chocolate yet.
It's not chocolate, Jamie.
So it's like a jelly sweet.
It's that sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jelly sweet in a box. Okay. Psycho Lizard here, right? Currently 16th. It's about to come across the line with 3.5 minutes to go. Is he going to improve? Yes, he does. Very slightly. Just spots himself ahead of Toot there. Very just about, actually. As we have a new entrance to the top 3, Ryan. Theg now up there.
Theg, yeah, has been performing well early doors in this season. 19 opening race, gets himself inside the top 3 with a 1:53.1, extending that gap that he had over a few of his fellow competitors earlier on, but not quite enough to catch up Bobber and Racer. Those two, I think, Jamie, probably done and dusted now, both in the pits no more that they want to do with the remaining 3 minutes of this race. They're just going to sit pretty and hope no one topples them.
They are indeed. They are indeed. Legionary goes for dolly mixture, Ryan.
Oh, I do like dolly mixture, but incorrecto. I think I might have gone too hard tonight, Jamie.
Is it really out there, is it?
No, the sweet itself is not really out there, but it's the box that is going to throw people off, I think.
Okay, wine gums.
And I've tried to, like, you know, throw it around and just be a little
Wine
different,
gums?
but it's not wine gums, no.
Okay. I don't normally have a guess, but they're struggling.
Yeah, we've only got 2.5 minutes to go. I mean, if no one gets it, ultimately I'm the winner, so, you know, that's good.
Yeah, and you've never won before, Ryan, actually.
I've never won before, actually. I've never beaten the chat on Snack Chat before. It always gets done before qualifying is over. So this could be the very first time I beat the chat and outdo them with my snack tonight.
You know who I'm most disappointed, Ryan, in all of this in?
Go on.
Girlfriend of Theg.
Yeah.
She's normally there for it. She's not had one guess yet. Mentos.
No, it's not Werther's Originals. 2 can combative maths. It's a good guess. Less than 2 minutes to go though, Jamie. The top 3 now all in the pits. King Kodiak up to 4th place, holding on to that position. Still out there hoping to improve. Mr. Rich is going to cross the line shortly as well. Can he improve on his time? Incorrect. He remains in 7th place. Jamie, is anyone going to break into the top 3 in the last 1.5 minutes of qualification?
The king is close. Let's see. No, but he's got one more try. One more try. Took's had a good guess, right?
Yes, not Werther's Originals, Took.
Good translation.
Oh, we have got someone broken in, and it's Chambernator, Jamie, with
Wow.
a 1:53, just pipping Theg very, very closely
Wow.
to 3rd place. So there we go. Combative maths, hard boiled, yes.
Well, I said, are they chewy jelly sweets? And you
No,
said
you
yes.
said are they jelly? You didn't say whether they're chewy. They're made of jelly, but they're hard boiled.
Oh, God. I mean, you knew what I meant, mate. That's Paul, that is. I'd say that's Paul. Humbugs, butterscotch.
No.
Right,
No.
give the guys and girls a bit of a clue. Give them something.
I mean, they're red, if that helps.
They're red. Red. Let me Google red hard-boiled sweets. Come on, they're not like some kind of supermarket own brand job, are they?
No, not at all.
No? Okay.
30 seconds to go, Jamie. I'm going to beat the chat. I can feel it in my veins. Oh, Legionary's done it at the last minute with 23 seconds on the clock. He's come in and absolutely smashing. Now, interestingly, Jamie, I've got a 90s sweet mix here tonight. Look, you see that?
Okay.
In a plastic box, and I've obviously gone for the cola cubes in there because they're the best. But I was just trying to,
Ryan.
I was just trying to go.
No,
But
that's
yeah,
poor,
look
that
at that
is.
selection. What's people saying about that selection? That is a tasty selection of sweets.
That is,
right?
but the box thing is, that is, you knew that's throwing them off unfairly.
Oh look, I've got to try and, you know,
Yeah.
mix it up a little bit. I'm going to have one. Oh no, I'm not going to have a cola cube actually because they're rock hard. It'll take me ages to eat it. So we'll opt for a little white mouse, I think, just to give me a little
Cheeky little
snack
white
and
mouse.
touch,
Yeah, that's a good little Christmas gift, was that?
It was, yeah. It was.
Yeah, nice. Nice little one, that is, to be fair. Diabetes. Let's jump to that.
Fair comment.
Chambernator
Yeah.
is now complete. He's 3rd. Tony is complete. Psycho Lizard is complete. No improvement. Andre Hildebrand. No improvement. Roughneck 1. Ryan. Any improvement? 20-second. Quick go.
Nope. Oh, correct.
And there we go.
There we go, qualification done. As I gift the gift. I mean, I shouldn't need to give a subscription to a staff member, really. They should be subscribed.
Was he not
really.
subscribed?
But you know, I'm doing it anyway because that's the sort of community we are. Yeah, we're not, you know, rollist here. We just gift everyone, whoever they are. So well done, Legionary. To be fair to him, he was on a 20-month roll of his own subscription, so I'm not going to moan
I
too
think,
much.
was he?
So,
Yeah.
fair
I
play
mean,
to Legionary.
Legionary is, yeah, definitely the best of the staff members, as I've said before. The
So-
most knowledgeable, the most helpful.
Yeah.
You know, generally the nicest person.
Exactly. Oh, look at that. Cycle Lizard, the token 1 cheer bit in as well. Getting his bits out all over the chat. Really do appreciate Cycle Lizard. But anyway, let's go through this qualification session. We got Racer, we got Bobber, we got Chamberlain making it the top 3, Feg in 4th, King Cody at 5th, Omasaur, Dazza, Mr. Rich, Nashif and Duncan making it the top 10. Lower down the grid, Yerasan remained in Mr. Brisket position 11th with Frimo 12th. It's Bridge 13th, Tony 14th. We got Psycho Lizard, Toot, Backy, Andre Hildebrand, Crichton Alba, Buzzawak down to 20th in Badapane 21st, Roughnet 1 22nd. Aaron 23rd, Qblocks 24th, Toasty 25th, and McFly 88 in 26th with a 1 grid place penalty. But to confirm, your top 3 in this qualification session is Racer, Bobber, Chamberlain. Let's bloody go. Oh, what's going on? My screen's going absolutely ballistic, Jamie. Get off of Racer.
God.
Quick, get off of Racer.
Oh, okay. All right, jeez.
He's all over the
That's-
place.
That's all it?
Yeah, I think so. He's having an absolute, like...
No.
Well,
It was alright for me.
Yeah, he's going absolutely nuts.
Oh
in
yeah, I
front
can
of the
see him
grid.
on yours. Oh no, what a shame that would be. A Racer has a disconnect. His first ever pole position, right?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but it was hack says goodbye, man.
His hack bot is freaking out.
Oh
It was
no.
only set to qualifying mode. He forgot to switch it to race hacks. Look at him, he's going mad.
Absolutely mad. Yeah, go
Too many
back to him
Tola
very
cubes.
briefly, just because like it'll give everyone epilepsy.
Right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Oh god, turn it off quick. That makes my head hurt.
That's definitely some kind of hacksaws. He needs to pay for the racing add-on. Yeah, he needs to race DLC. He's nailed the qualifying DLC
Yeah,
clearly.
Yeah, he's done well.
Racer with his first pole. There we go. Good evening to Rob 3 and Blindshun also.
Welcome. Rob says evening all. Welcome. Evening, Rob. And Blind Surgeon said he's dropped out of tonight, moved to VR, didn't get much time in the car and decided not to mess it up for those able to drive with those ancient vehicles. Buzzawak got DC'd randomly.
Oh.
I mean, why? Buzzawak, what have you
And
been
had a
done?
pain.
And bad of pain. So it's all falling apart.
Oh,
Some of the
no.
racers, ladies and gentlemen. But Jamie, give us the customary view from the back of the grid.
Well, it's now a reduced grid by several people, right? And maybe Racer soon to be as well. Hashtag no bugs. Yeah, indeed. We haven't seen this for a while, right? But that's not great.
No.
There we go from McFly. I thought that was Racer going there, but he's still bugging out in the front.
He's
Where do you
alright.
want to go for,
So-
Ryan?
Well, let's go mid-pack, shall we, for this first corner? See what's
Yeah.
going on. So we're on board with Frimo at the moment. Racer has made it. As soon as it's clocked in properly, it's sorted his car out and he's right at the front. And we're going to get a good view of the top
go on.
10 cars here as we go into this first corner. Racer's gone very wide to the left. I thought Bobble was going to try and take him down the inside, but it looks like Racer's maintained that position at the top of the grid. Frimo maintains his position in 12th place. And Jamie, to be fair, from the top 12 cars, that was a very good first corner.
Racer's completely gone on my game, Ryan.
Has he? He's at the
Bobber's
front of the
in the
grid.
lead. Well, I've clicked on Bobber in position number 1. Oh, Racer's now. Yeah, he's all over. the place
Oh, he's got some sort of lag or something going on, but
Yeah.
he's now off the track. And
for
Bobber
me.
is
Racer
now
go on.
in first place. Chamberlain is still in second. Dazza up to third now because of that issue from Racer, who's trying to rejoin at the back of the pack. But generally, there was a lot of concern around this track T1. There was a lot of concern wheels will be flying very early doors. But we didn't have it on T1, but we've had it midway through the lap as Dazza and Bobber have a coming together. Wow, 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 ladies and gentlemen. I mean, what have we got to say about that?
Look at them in their little cars and the little. They all look like old men. Oh, yeah. Well, there it is, Ryan. We
what's
talked
Bobber?
about the open-wheeled nature. We talked about the damage possibilities and how squirmy these can be. And there we go. We've seen it. Little collision there, but generally, you have to say a very smooth getaway for the grid overall, Ryan. Given the complexity of these cars for this beginner racing community. But Bobber's up there in the lead now. King Kodak in a great second place, and there he is, Mr. Consistent, Ryan. Yerasan didn't qualify the best, but he's kept it on the track, and he's managed to get up to third. No, that's it. I had to check, man. I just had to do a little mental check,
Yeah,
which
mental check.
what I was about to say, but it's fine. He's kept on the track, and he's up there in third, Ryan.
He certainly is, yeah. The top 3 looking very tasty at the moment. King Kodiak hot on the heels of Bobber. Big up to Jam Slatter says, March for us for the US president. We won't let them in the Oval Office. And we're getting all political in the chat. I
Settle
like
down,
it.
Jan.
Yeah,
We're not
I
here
like
for that.
it. Blind Shun says, is this Wreckfest? And Buzzawak says, I know my friend is watching too while building a cabinet. Textbook,
Love that.
Jamie, textbook.
Yeah, I love that. Yerasan has taken second place, Ryan. He's taken it from King Kodiak, wrestled it. He's negotiated it away
He
from
doesn't
King
need a vote.
Kodiak.
He's just taking it, Jamie.
He's not waiting for any democratic vote. He's just taking what he wanted, Ryan. Take it. What's going on with the server racing? Yeah, what is going on with the server? We've not seen a server problem for many a moon ride, but I know on Tuesday for the practice it was being a bit funny for the guys, wasn't it?
Yeah, really strange. Yeah, not sure. Although on Tuesday, to be fair, we were using some testing with the dedicated server, which Jimmy has tried. We're just trialing and testing, but we're not using it for the racing tonight. Just to make that absolutely clear, standard practice in tonight from the server for this evening's race. So that shouldn't be an issue, but there does seem to be general other issues going on. Big up Took, he's had a great start, says Rob. Where's Took now? Oh, and then he's also just caught up.
And then read his next message.
Yeah.
you can't have time delays on messages about Took. Come on,
No.
It's got to be instant. He's back down in 17th, but he's still there battling, Ryan. There's a great mid-pack battle actually, all the way from Took up to sort of like 9th with Frimode or Fridge, one of the two. We can't tell without checking. But Took having a good go on the new racer, Backy, who's defending well, holding his lines, right?
Certainly is, yeah. Took in the blue and yellow, number 5 Lotus in behind Backy at the moment, just coming around the final part of the circuit. He's got his eyes on 16th place at the moment, but how are they going to fare going around these final few corners? Took getting a little bit sideways, but keeping it on the straight and narrow. Backy is catching up with Roughneck 1 in front. Took does grab 15th place courtesy of Fridge being in the wall facing the wrong way. But wow.
Yeah, Cyclist is pitting for damage, apparently, says Buzzwack Blanchard. That LMP3's season was his peak of performance. Ian seems to be a bad motivator. I assume he's talking about Took. And then Took trying to get in the pit and exit. Dude, that's the wrong way into the pit.
Oh no! No! Oh my god!
What is he doing reversing there?
Oh no! Well, it's Gavin, it's a blind pit, isn't it? So we had to either.
No, he saw him though.
Yeah,
he saw
like
him waiting till he came around the corner and then reversed. Definitely did that on the on purpose there. Buzzerwack, I'm spying on the voice chat, call me trackside reporter. Yeah, I like that. We always love a little trackside reporter, Ryan, don't we? I used to have to make it up, but now we've actually got someone doing it.
Is Buzzerwack actually in the Discord channel today? He's in there, isn't he? He's in the voice
He is
channel.
now, because
Okay,
he
cool.
was in the race, wasn't he? Got DC'd. But Ryan, look at this top 3 battle. All 3 of them within half a second. Yerasan now, he snuck his way into the lead of this whole race. Bomber's down to 3rd. This battle's going to run and run. All 3 of them driving brilliantly, Ryan.
Yeah, really good at the top. Looks like Bob is going to try and make a move with King Kodiak. Thinks against it though, as he knows he's got a corner coming up. The only reason I asked about Buzzerwack, Jamie, is I was thinking we could have an old school like trackside Trev where we bring Trev in and have a little chat to him about the mood in the camp. We could do the same with Buzzerwack, to be fair, if he's keen.
If you want to, yeah. Up to you. But yeah, all within half a second, this top 3 Ryan. That is fantastic scenes, isn't it?
Yeah, and Omersaur
In
3.5 seconds behind, which obviously does sound like a lot, but with these 2 racing Hammer and Tom, it will give him an opportunity to catch, and if there is a coming together, he's not that far behind to just to come in and steal some places either, is he?
Absolutely, King Kodak all over Yerasan, Ryan. This is made all the more impressive that these 3 are battling so closely, Ryan. By the cars that we're in, you know, clearly hard to handle, not the easiest of cars, particularly with racing closely, especially how severe and limiting damage is going to be. That's King Kodiak makes the long way around, almost work. Does just run out of track there. He's going to keep his foot in though. No F's given from the King.
Oh,
and here comes Bobber.
Here comes Bobber indeed. Yeah, that was some great racing from the 2 of them. Gave each other enough
This new
space
Bobber's got.
to avoid the collision. Is he going to go through the eye of the needle, Jamie?
Bobber's
We love
praying for them. No,
love
he's
a
praying for
good
coming
thread.
together.
Oh, what a good thread. I love a thread
Not
when I'm
bad,
playing.
Ryan.
I mean, it would be brilliant, wouldn't it? Go on, Bobber, through the gap. Go on, son. Go on.
Imagine that. No.
Go on.
Oh, the gap's
God.
closing. He's going to go wide. This 3-way battle for the lead, Ryan. This is fantastic racing.
Yeah, this is great stuff. He's eyeing up that gap again. I can feel it in my bones, Jamie. I can feel it. Go on, he's eyeing it up. Look, he's lining it up. Go on. He's gone through one.
He's gone for the old one. King takes the lead. Yerasan down to 3rd. Yerasan, don't forget, was in 1st a second ago. These 3 are swapping positions like absolute mad. Yeah, Rob, I quite like that thought actually. Just chill and stay steady. Wait for the other 2 to come together. But Bobber can't help himself, Ryan. He's got stuck into that mix. He's taking the lead, but how long is it going to be until it all flips again?
The problem is this is literally on a knife edge, this race, Jamie, isn't it? Because with these open wheels, with this circuit, with the hard, fast racing that we see from these gents, like, it only takes one lapse of concentration, and we could see all three of them get wiped out. We just don't know. Just don't know, but it's great. It's great to see.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the best battles for the lead we've had in a few races, Ryan. This is gripping stuff, I have to say. We weren't sure how these cars would play in terms of close racing, but these three giving a bit of a masterclass here, right?
Yeah, I like it, to be fair. Yeah, they're giving each other ample space. They're being courteous to each other. They're not being too aggressive. Yeah. They're all experienced racers, so they know, to coin the old Jimmy Fraser, you can't win it in the first minute. There's still 31 minutes to go. They don't have to make a dive bomb for a late manoeuvre, do they? Because they've got plenty of time. They can just keep within each other. However, if this is maintained for the rest of this race, Jamie, the last 5 minutes are going to be redonkulous.
This is great. I mean, I can't imagine it's going to carry on this close for 30 minutes, Ryan. That would be crazy. You're quoting Jimmy there. Interesting. We learnt one of Jimmy's other famous sayings the other day, didn't we, Ryan?
Oh, we nearly had 1 into 2 into 3 there. They're
This
nearly
is
three-way
crazy,
down by the
Ryan.
side of each other. Wow. They're going to be
Here
three.
goes Yarasa.
Jamie, I was going to say we need a camera where we can see all of them. Wowzers.
Because they're all side by side.
Maybe we need to use the trackside cams. Oh, he keeps it.
The trackside cam's so far out in some sections of the track for how close they are.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's difficult. It's difficult.
But and then we go, last lap, at this very corner I said Bob has lost and back down to third. How long is it going to be till it flips again? It was less than a lap.
Yeah, absolutely crazy.
And there he is again, Ryan.
Well,
Aim for the win, says Rob. I like that. Get your bets in. Who do you think is going to hold the cool head out of these three?
Yeah, the challenge we have, ladies and gentlemen, is we normally like to show battles all up and down the grid, but this one is absolutely sensational.
It is.
And we can't take our eyes off it, because these are obviously for the top 3 positions of the race, the 3 most important positions of the race as far as the races that are out there. And because of how close all 3 of them are, I mean, our luck will be, we'll move away from it, we'll come back, and it would have just, I don't know, someone would have crashed out or, something. So it's like, I'm sort of apologising on behalf of the other races at the moment.
Yeah, lots of words there, mate. You alright? You alright? Yeah, I know, absolutely fantastic though. Bob are back in the lead. King Kodiak here on the outside of Yerasan. They're going to go 2 into 1 here, Ryan. But King Kodiak, like you said a minute ago, they're giving each other the space, aren't they? Being very fair and courteous. You don't always see that, especially in the heat of battles like this, especially when it's for the lead of the race. Sometimes people just get a bit carried away, don't they? As Overdone Pancake, our Rocket League hero, specialist, champion. Is he a champion? Right, remind me, I think so. Joins us. Hello, lads. Hello, Overdone Pancake.
Hello,
I bet he's buzzing for Saturday the 23rd, I think.
And he's probably buzzing for Yerasan. I know they get on well off the track as well. So Yerasan in a heated 3-way battle for the lead at the moment. We've had 10 minutes of this race, and these 3 have not gone away from each other for the whole time so far. And they are trading places left, right and centre. But Jamie, we do have a back marker approaching these 3 cars just up the road there. So that could certainly throw a proverbial cat amongst these fine pigeons.
These sexy pigeons. I know you're a big fan of a back marker getting in the mix, Ryan. So yeah, and he's buzzing for it. Yeah, a couple of weeks time. Don't forget Rocket League Super Saturday, Ryan. One-off special tournament. What a night that's going to be.
Sorry, I'm just wincing as these tyres are getting so close to each other. Like, that's the challenge of the open wheelers, isn't it, Jamie? Their tyres can get so easily tangled up in the heat of battle, but we've got 3 experienced racers here. Bobber is carving out a little bit of his own lead now. King Kodiak and Yerasan are sort of duking it out for second place at the moment, which has allowed Bobber to open up a bit of a gap. A decent last lap from Bobber, quicker than both of King Kodiak and Yerasan. So Jamie, is this his time to put his neck on the foothold here?
Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, I mean he's definitely got the opportunity, especially as he's put a back marker in between him and these other 2 now. But we've seen how close this has been for 10-12 minutes already, solid, as Yerasan makes the move up the inside a little bit late perhaps.
Oh no!
Oh no, Ryan, it's happened.
Oh, no.
It's happened.
Omersaur's going to get straight into second place, and Shane Bennett is in there as well. He's managed to catch up. So the 2 become like 4 now in that top pack for 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. an unfortunate coming together from from Yeresan and Kinkodiak. No malice intended from either racer, just a racing incident. I think we'd classify that one as, Jamie. But what it does have is blown open the podium positions here amongst Omasaur, Chambernet, Yeresan, Rich and Kinkodiak now, 6 seconds off the pace down in 6th place, but I'm sure Jamie will be back.
Yeah, I mean, it sort of was inevitable, Ryan, with just the level of close racing for so long that something was going to happen maybe, but it's a real shame. Absolutely not, not intentional, of course, but Yeresan perhaps just a little bit optimistic there, Ryan. He was quite far back, and then he just couldn't stop the car in time.
Yes, exactly. McFly joins the channel in not perfect circumstances for him. Sounds like he's had a collision out there. His race has been ruined, to quote him on the channel. McFly, as ever, we would always recommend, if you believe there's mistakes out in the track that could be avoidable, pop open a cheeky little ticket to the boys here in the studio and Jimmy. Everything gets reviewed. We always take great interest in the racing because, of course, we can't watch every single corner at the same time. So enlighten us more into what happened, and perhaps we can take a look and perhaps, Jamie, hand out some education to those who may need it in certain sections of the track.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, last week's ACC event, we actually had a couple of tickets raised. We don't very often get them, hardly ever, actually, to be fair. Yeah. Most people sort of work it out between themselves, but got a couple of video clips, and all of us reviewed them together and replied on the same night. So absolutely, feel free to do that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's there for, isn't it? We want to give an outlet to people to say, if they are feeling like, as McFly says, the fun's being stripped, which is the last thing we want. We want everyone to enjoy their racing. If we feel like there's something we need to look at, pop us a ticket. The rules are out there. A quick 30-second clip, no commentary needed, just a little bit of text accompanying about what happens. We'll review it, let you know our thoughts, and simple as that, isn't it?
It is indeed. Is our mandatory pit house, Rob? No, not tonight, not this season. Sorry, I should say. McFly not happy, Ryan, with some of the activity out there, but as you said, there are mechanisms for him to raise that officially. Couple of nail bomb sorts most on-track disputes. Blindshun saying there's no mandatory, but refueling must be done, as these cars have a tiny, itty-bitty fuel tank with just 16 of your finest British litres, Ryan. Buzzerwhack. Yeresan somehow has 0 damage. A little trackside Buzzerwhack. We need a pippy little nickname for him, then, don't we?
Yeah, B. B's quite hard to like. Just trying to think. What about?
Yeah.
I'll get my thinking.
Busy.
Let me
Yeah.
Busy Buzzerwhack.
Busy Buzzerwhack. Busy Bee Buzzerwhack. Yeah. Don't know. Maybe he could come up with his own name.
Maybe.
Trackside Trev was easy, wasn't it?
Yeah, easy, simple.
He's super easy. Yeah.
Anyway, 2nd place, Jamie. We've got 2 new competitors for it now. We've got Chambernator and Omasaur going hammer and tong, racing each other. Omasaur in the white, Chambernator in the blue. Chambernator currently holding on to 2nd place, just a half a second up the road from Omasaur at the moment. Both good customers in the car, Jamie. Both know what they're doing, and I'm sure if we get the opportunity to see these 2 races, it will be another cracker.
Glad you'll find the acknowledging officially and live on air that the NoobGamerz community members are our customers, right? very much customers of ours. You absolute knob. Good. Look at this though, Ryan, because there's another battle heating up here. Is it going to be the revenge of the king? The return of the king.
The return of the king, indeed, Jamie. One thing we do have to mention, obviously, as we do mention Chambernator for the first time this evening, he is, of course, season 19 sponsor, Jamie. Chambernator, quite literally putting his money where his mouth is. Big up to Chambernator, and I'm going to post a link to his company who is sponsoring the event in the channel this evening. Let me just post that in there. 3D by Ash.co.uk. He makes 3D tracks, printed 3D printed tracks.
Amazing.
Go to that website, request a track, he 3D prints it for you. I know Jimmy's got one of Silverstone, I believe, in his house. He loves it, and go and check it out and get yourself a nice little racing design for your office, for wherever you want in the house. They're cool.
They're really cool, and they're really good quality and cracking value. I mean, £8 for a track, a thing of that quality is crazy, really, actually. So definitely go and check that out. Yeresan, I did just see let Kinkodiak through there, Ryan, quite clearly. So obviously feeling maybe a bit guilty or just had damage because he's now gone into the pits
Yeah, I was
despite
gonna
the
say, yeah, I think just
despite the 0 damage.
get himself stuck in the pits.
But there we go. Here's Mr. Rich Ryan now up to 4th, which is excellent for him, and he's actually maybe soon to be in those podium positions. Ryan, 3rd place, is going to make a move here up the hill on Omasaur. He's going the long way around, Ryan, but he might get the move done before the corner. What do you think?
Could do. He's certainly got the overspeed here. Buzzerwack confirming Jamie, of course, from when you said
yes.
earlier you got the fuel stops to consider. It might be worth, Jamie. I wonder whether it's just worth getting the speedo on just to see where people are in terms of their fuel. So Mr. Rich certainly on the low side, so he'll be going in next. What about Omasaur, Jamie?
Oh, the King with a penalty, Ryan. Only 1 second. Roughneck also Nashif with 2 as pits do start. So Yeresan definitely letting the King through there. So maybe feeling like he wanted to let him back pass for that earlier incident. Mr. Rich famously running out of fuel before on the last lap of his first ever race. So he will definitely be putting a full tank in, Ryan, just to make sure.
Buzzerwack saying it's 1 to 1.2 litres of fuel per lap, Jamie, as there's big old spins out in front. Wow. Chamberlator going, I think that was Chamberlator going flying. It was Chamberlator, yeah, going flying from 2nd place down to 6th place now, Jamie. So he will not be happy with that. So Mr. Rich does actually jump into the top 3 after that mistake from our season sponsor, Chamberlator. But yeah, with 2.2 litres of Mr. Rich, he's going to be certainly thinking he's got to go in there soon. What about Omasaur? What about King Kodiak, Jamie? What sort of fuel are they rocking over? Well, Omasaur's definitely
coming in right now. Robber's got 2.5. King 1.6. I mean, we're definitely going to see in some pits as Theg comes in as well. Chamberlator 1.7. Frimode as well. Yeresan will be the first of the pitters, right? I think.
Okay. Jamie, question for you. I've not eaten one of these yet because I didn't particularly like them back in the day. What's your thoughts on the old spaceship sweets?
Not a huge fan.
No, I mean they've obviously got
not a massive fan. Twitch has just gone down for me, Ryan.
Oh yeah, strange, isn't it?
I'm assuming we're still live.
Yeah, still live. If you just refresh it, Jamie, I've got it back on mine. Although it seems to be having that seems to be having that chat issue again.
Oh no, not the chat issue again.
Oh no, chat's there back now. It just took a little more time.
Okay, back to me now.
We're just having a great old time on Twitch as ever. It just doesn't quite seem to work. The last few streams haven't they? Just been a bit iffy on Twitch. It's just a few things.
Twitch is yeah. Maybe more users than normal with lockdowns. Not sure. Still though in 6th place after that pit stop, Ryan. He's come out ahead of Yeresan, and he's now in behind Nashif and Roughneck, both of who need to pit, and he's done one, and he's going for the double, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, great to see Roughneck 1 and Nashif up there. Obviously, we know it's because of pits, but even so, they were just inside the top 10 even before all the pits came together. So good to see those boys in amongst it inside the top 10 at the moment, given they are seasoned veterans of the NoobGamerz community. I mean, Ruffles has been here from the start, proper OG, getting himself inside the top 10. Bob and goes in the pits, Jim, and I think we're going to see a raft of people dive in there with him from most of the track. Basically, if you've not pit by now, you've got to go in this lap, basically, haven't you?
Exactly. Yeah, they're all going to be coming in now. I mean, Mr. Rich leaving it very late, given his history, right? 0.9 left on the fuel dial. So he'll be getting a little bit nervous, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got no idea if the chat's working right. It's not working for me. The page isn't loading properly. So just a heads up to you. Hopefully it's working for everyone else.
Yeah, we'll see. As I said, we've got full green lights here in the studio on all the files we normally see, so we know the video is live, but Twitch just having a paddy over chat.
Listen, right, as long as the girls and boys out there can see the racing action that they crave all week, that's all that matters to me,
Yeah, exactly. I'm just knocking back a jelly bean. Having all these sweets in front of me is really bad.
Not you, so...
I just need to, I'm going to have one more, and then I'm going to get rid of this box from in front of me, because...
Tempting, is it?
Yeah, an open box of sweets like that isn't doing me any favours, really.
Yeah, sure. Looks like it's fine for me. I can see overdone pancakes chat, just doesn't agree with Jamie. So the chat box is working, just the rest of the screen is white, but that's fine. Doesn't matter if it works for me or not. I'm not here to watch, Ryan. I'm here to enjoy the racing with you, my good friend. confidant,
Yeah.
and as you said, some would say lover.
So, only so, not always.
So,
Other people.
they definitely wouldn't say it. King Kodiak and Yerasan, third and fourth, Ryan, together again on the track. Can't keep these two apart. Both with a 1 second penalty as well, just shadowing each other.
Yeah.
And are we going to see another move from Yerasan, Ryan?
Interesting. Daz is now inside the top 10. So he's trying to claw his way back up to the top where we used to see him. Obviously the Daza Yerasan axis not together this evening.
Yet again. We're robbed of it.
But some great racing nonetheless at the top. So we've got Omersaur, King Kodiak and Yerasan going toe to toe for the podium positions. 3 need to sort themselves out, but at the moment there are a lot more than 3 battling for those podium positions, aren't there, Jamie?
Yeah, it's a crazy race as Bobber finally pits from the lead, Ryan. 0.4 on his gauge, so he is definitely leaving it to the last minute. I'm just excited to see whether Yerasan's going to feel, brave enough to have another move on the King here after what happened last time, Ryan. But it is currently for that final podium position.
Well, it is. They're going to overtake Bobber because of the pits, and obviously these boys and girls have pitted already. So it is genuine trap position out there at the moment. Omersaur goes to the top of the leaderboard with King Kodiak and Yerasan. And yeah,
I think Bobber's had to pit twice, Ryan, because I was confused. I swear I'd seen him come in. I think that he hasn't refueled the first time. His pit crew have screwed him. Look, and he's had to come in again because Bobber should be clear in the lead.
Oh, careful! Careful! What's he doing?
No. He doesn't want to wait, Ryan. Whoever that is, he wants him to get on with it.
Yeah, Christ, yeah, he didn't want to pit. Maybe our busy buzzerwhack can bring us live info from
Ryan. Yeah, that is Bob. I think has had a pit issue there. Had to do a second pit, and it has cost him massively. So that means that Omersaur now inherits the lead of this race, Ryan.
And the top 5, Jamie, only split by 5 seconds. Wow. So it can still all change with 15 minutes to go here, live from the NoobGamerz studios. We're at the Red Bull Ring. King Kodiak is going to have a right old go at the throne here.
The lead.
Round the outside, as Eminem says. Is it going to stick, though? He's got his nose ahead. Round the outside, Omersaur holding the inside like a champ. But King Kodiak at the moment got a little bit more pace to maintain that. He's just cut back in front of him there, ahead of Omersaur. Yerasan not far behind, just over a second down the road with Theg, who's now at the fourth place. Rich and Chambernator looking on from 5th and 6th. But these two, Jamie, getting very, very racy.
Indeed. King Kodiak and Yerasan both got those 1 second penalties, don't forget. So Omersaur, don't rule him out yet. If he can stick with the King, I know there's 14 minutes to go, but if he can, he's got a chance still of winning this race. Yerasan, though, coming right up behind him. Let's see whether he can time those overtakes a little bit cleaner this time. I mean, Bobber must be gutted, Ryan. He had that race under control after an intense opening, sort of 10-12 minutes. Yeah. He'd taken a commanding lead, hadn't he?
Yeah.
But that double pit stop has really cost him there.
Yeah, certainly. It's annoying. Twitch keeps kicking me out of the video as well, which obviously means other people are going to get kicked out of the video. So it's obviously going to affect people joining us here this evening. But the show will go on nonetheless, despite the Twitch issues. We're still live in the studio, and it's unfortunate, Jamie, because we've got some sensational racing going on this evening for these podium positions, haven't we?
I know, it's a real change. What's going on with Twitch tonight? The last couple of weeks, Ryan, they very rarely have these issues, but they're really struggling, aren't they? Never mind, it is free, so.
Yeah. Right, Yerasan, 3rd place, looking on to 2nd place. Omersaur, there's a coming together, and Yerasan dives down the inside. Omersaur holds on to 3rd position, though. And to be fair, the 3 of them don't split times too much after that little racing incident.
King, though.
But wow, King Kodiak now battling for Yerasan for the opening, for the lead, the lead of this race.
But Ryan, King Kodiak now twice has been hit from behind through no fault of his own, and twice lost positions because of it. If he goes on to win this race despite those things, then that is a seriously epic effort. But I mean, currently still 2nd, which is still a great result, Ryan, but so unlucky for the King tonight.
So unlucky indeed. Yeah, overdone. cakes. There's no issues on the phone this evening as King Kodiak gets a bit sideways twice. Oh no! No, no,
Maybe he's
no!
got damage, Brian. He probably
Who
has got
knows?
damage.
Who knows? Yeah, don't know.
Oh
Wow.
no, the king. Now he slipped out the podium position. Oh, Ryan, I do feel sorry for King Kodiak there. He's had a great race,
He has had a great
and
race.
twice he's been nudged.
He's been felled by fellow racers. He's
Registered.
been dethroned.
Yeah.
Down in 5th place now, 8 seconds off this lead. But Omasaur, not extinct yet, Jamie, is trying to grab a march on Yerasan and hone in on first position.
Oh, so good. Yeah, and don't forget, let's just check that penalty. Yeah, Yerasan still with the 1 second penalty, Ryan.
Exactly. Oh,
Omasaur has a chance. He just needs to stay in behind Yerasan for 12 minutes. Easier said than done, Ryan.
yeah, it very much is. That 1 second penalty could genuinely make a huge difference. And Jamie, the early race favourite based on track times in practice and qualification, Feg is now up into 3rd place. The silent assassin has snuck his way up this leaderboard, now finds himself in 3rd place, Jamie, on the podium.
Wow.
Tell me, Jamie, when was the last time we saw a Feg podium?
I don't know, Brian. I actually have no idea. I do have an idea about something else though. Ben Rama's slid into my DMs, Ryan, you could say, just to let us know that Twitch is playing up and he's not able to chat yet. Thanks, Ben Rama. It is a very annoying Twitch habit of late. He just said, just pretend I said something snarky about the Noobs bar, and hopefully I'll be back to chat next week.
Yeah. Cheers,
So
man.
absolutely.
But, you know,
We haven't seen the Noobs bar for a while, right, actually.
Well, you know, there's always time. I love the fact he's gone out of his way to send us that message.
Yeah, of course he has. Of
Whilst
course he has.
also getting involved in chat technically by Amazon fans.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, King Kodiak is back on the hunt, Jamie. He wants a podium position. He craves a podium position, Jamie, and he's got one in his sights. Mr. Rich and Theg are the 2 people ahead of him at the moment. He can see them, he can smell them, he can almost taste them, Jamie, in 5th place, and he's got 10 minutes to get his way back into those podium positions.
Well, we've seen the pace he's got tonight, Ryan. He's been on it all evening. He's had some bad luck. He's come off worse in a couple of battles, Ryan. But at the moment, he's still got a chance for a podium, which is amazing, really, considering the trials and tribulations he's been through. Omasaur just up the road, Ryan. He is within that 1 second.
Is he going to get a D-play down the inside? I thought he had the speed there to get a
Oh!
D-play, but he gets a single, gets a oneer, as he does Mr. Rich down the inside there. And now there
he'll take that.
there was big debate, Jamie. Is that
Go on.
corner T2 or T3?
Let's get the track map up, Ryan.
So some
One.
people suggesting
Because of
that
the kink in the
because of
straight.
the kink, yeah, is that an official corner?
I think, from memory, I do think they do count the kink as an official corner. But in reality, it is, of course, not an official corner.
Anyway, we're going to call it the kink. We don't want to call it the kink. But Mr. Rich now in 5th place, looking on to King Kodiak, who in turn has got another prey in his sights. He's absolutely gunning for a podium, and despite all his tribulations out on track, he just won't give up, will he?
9 minutes to go, Ryan. He's got that 1 second penalty still. Probably got damage, copious damage, you could argue. We're not able to see that, unfortunately. Omasaur not giving up on this win either, Ryan. He's so close to Harrison. He's sticking with him, which is amazing.
Yeah.
We've got many battles going on at the death of this race, Ryan. So excellent scenes. It's just a shame that I'm hoping everyone can see it and enjoy it with us. But here comes the king, Ryan.
One of the greatest races we've had for a very long time. Literally positions changing all over the top 10, Jamie, for the whole of the race so far. Because a whole variety of things in King Kodiak nearly slamming straight into his back of Theg. He just
Got
applied
a
the
chance
brakes
here,
in
Ryan.
time. He has got that 1 second penalty, so he needs to get ahead of Theg and then some to secure 3rd place, Jamie. He's got 8 minutes to do it. But as
have a
you
chance
said
here.
earlier, he's got the pace tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got to have a chance. He was so close going up the hill. He's used that toe a bit. He's got the inside line. He's a little bit far back. He's going to turn in. Not quite able to do it there. And look who's behind him, Ryan. Rich is right there as well, not going anywhere. Omasaur, Ryan, still within a second.
Oh.
So close up.
Oh no, wait, go back, what happened? Oh, Yerasan and
Back marker.
Omasaur were coming up on a back mark, 2 back markers. They had a collision, and thankfully it didn't take either of them out. But I saw sparks flying ahead of them, and I was thinking, oh my word, imagine if Yerasan and Omasaur get wiped out by these 2 back markers. I was thinking, oh god, what would have happened? Oh, anyway.
Well, Feg would have taken the win.
Yeah,
Don't
I mean,
know, 'cause
crazy,
what would have happened?
absolutely crazy scenes.
Here we go,
Right,
Ryan, yeah.
Jamie, where do we look?
Well, it's all.
Oh,
all the
Omasaur's in
action.
first place. What's happened to Yerasan?
Oh,
He's
no,
off.
Ryan.
He's off the track. Oh. No.
Absolute and utter scenes, Ryan, as they say. Yerasan, what an
Get back
eventful
on.
race he's had.
Oh no.
And he's going to join back in 6th place, Ryan. Wow, 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 to quote you. But this battle's not over either. And certainly it's not a battle for 3rd, Ryan. It's a battle for 2nd. And certainly the Omasaur's on for his first ever NoobGamerz victory.
Oh, wowzers, ladies and gentlemen. What racing action we have here for right and wrong reasons. It is all going Pete Tong for some, whilst being absolutely ideal for others. But there is still a heated battle for podium positions that we have had since the opening lap of this race. And it now befalls Theg, King Kodiak and Mr. Rich to fight out these final 2 positions. But as we know, 3, Jamie, do not go into 2.
Mr. Rich went very wide at turn 1, Ryan, and he's lost a lot of time, so that's eased the pressure on King Kodiak from behind. He can now focus fully on looking forwards, but he's not able to make this move stick. Theg defending brilliantly.
Yeah, Theg racing well. Buzzerwax asking, is chat back? Well, it seems to be. We've got your message, Buzzerwax, so appreciate
See
it.
that message?
Can see that message indeed. But yeah, what racing we have here. Oh, Yerasan span after his headphones got caught on his wheel. Oh,
Yerasan, here's a lesson for you. Always go wireless when you got when you got a wheel in play. Go for the wireless, mate.
Oh, Yerasan's been done
no.
by his own headphone wire. Absolutely tragic scenes for Yerasan. Oh God.
And look at this ride, Chainminator was momentarily catching right onto the back of Mr. Rich, although Chainminator's now had a little issue. Yerasan down in 6th there, but don't rule out Chainminator from stealing a position, as well as look how close King Kodiak is now, right? He's going to go around the outside. Surely you can't sweep around the outside at this corner, it's so fast. Let's see. He's going to have a go.
He's going to have a go. Gets it
Done
done. Gets it done. Yeah, interesting comment from Buzzerwax, Jamie. Oh, that was close.
Thought he'd won right, he held
Yeah.
it just.
Lots of people are fitting track tyres instead of vintage tyres, and track tyres only last 3 laps, whereas vintage tyres last over 30. So there's
Oh,
obviously been
no.
some pit mistakes going on. Maybe that's what happened to Bobber. Maybe, I don't know.
Could have been.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe, but yeah, I did see his fuel gauge was 0.4 on his 2nd stop, so
Okay.
that's why I thought maybe that he hadn't had a fuel refueling sesh with his boys. His boys and girls letting him down on his pit crew ride. Definitely some P45s will be flying out of Bobber's little clipboard, I think, Ryan. Maybe you could lend him some of your P45 templates you've got and always knocking around.
Yeah, you know those carbon copy ones? I just got one of those now where I just write it in, I keep a copy for myself, give it to someone else, just, banging them out left, right,
What you
centre.
could do is have like a little whiteboard one, so you could just write it in with a whiteboard pen.
Yeah.
To show them, take a picture of them stood next to it, then rub it off and write the next person's name on. Quick,
Yeah,
efficient.
Yeah, exactly. Got too
Just
many to
send
get
them a
through,
picture.
lads. There's too many.
That's so many to
sack.
get through.
Yeah.
Ryan, stop hiring people just so you can fire them. Oh, sorry, lads. I'm addicted.
Well, look, if the cameramen of this studio aren't going to do their job properly, Jamie, cuts need to be made, yeah?
That is fine. Ryan, don't rule Theg out. King, Kodak still with that 1 second penalty. Theg is there with him. And actually, they're both catching Omasaur very quickly.
Wow.
Omasaur's just picked up a 1 second
Oh,
penalty.
wow.
Only 2 seconds off. Surely the lead of this race isn't going to change again, Ryan, is it?
Not in the fight. Well, I mean, it could. It certainly
Theg still win
could.
this race, Ryan?
Theg could still win this race. He's got a 1 second penalty for both people ahead of him. If he can get within a second of the top 2 ahead of him, Jamie,
And they
he
are
can
catching
win
him.
from 3rd place, which would be absolute and utter scenes, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolute and utter.
And there's
scenes,
back
Ryan.
markers ahead of Omasaur as well, which is going to get some bunching going up as well. Less than 3 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. Do not take your eyes. Where's that car going? Oh my word. Where is
he
that
gonna
car going? He's
Yeah,
going to
they
wait.
They
Oh,
waited.
Christ.
And the top 3, Ryan, they're all in shot. We've got 2 minutes left, and the top 3 are still all on the same straight, Ryan. What a race.
What a race indeed.
What a race. But let's not rule out this one as well. Mr. Rich has actually been passed by Chainminator, Ryan. So Chainminator now up to 4th place. Mr. Rich 5th. Dazza did recover to 11th in the end, Ryan, just out of interest. We'll just jump briefly on with Nacho because we've not seen him. He is in 12th, just in behind Dazza. He was getting a bit close. Backing and Took. They were battling at the very start, I remember, Ryan. They're still battling for 17th and 18th. And they've just swapped round. Yeah, Took's taken that position.
Interesting. Look at that last lap from Omersor, Jamie. Are we sure it just was a 1 second penalty in the end? Because otherwise he's had a 5 second. Yeah, it is. King Kodiak's got 2 seconds! Oh no! Oh no, ladies and gentlemen! So he could steal second. King Kodiak's picked up an extra second on the penalty and he's less than a second away from Omersor now, Jamie. Oh my word, what's going to happen?
The hammer down run, quali lap from Peg. 2 quali laps from Peg. And he could take this as there's a big lock-up from the King, who must be struggling with damage, Ryan. Although Omersor going really slow.
My, and it's so annoying.
Really
Twitch isn't working properly tonight. People are missing out on this absolute gold we're giving you here from this first race of season 19. And we're going to get 1 more lap, ladies and gentlemen. And this is it, Jamie. This is it.
Where's Peg? Peg's so close, Ryan.
Oh,
let's check penalties again. Peg 2 seconds off the lead, Ryan. He needs to get he just needs 1 tiny mistake to win this race. He needs to put in the lap of his absolute life. There's no point really for the King overtaking Omersor unless he then gets another second. I suppose if he forces an Omersor mistake, he's going to go for it anyway.
Back markers, Jamie. Got a back marker up ahead as well. Oh,
and he's done
gutted. I'm absolutely gutted that people aren't here to see this race who can't make it, because like obviously Twitch is throwing a few people off tonight because this is sensational. This is one of the best endings, best races overall as those two come together nearly with the back marker. Oh my word. And Peg is going to get closer, I feel, because they're going to lose a little bit of pace around that corner.
Peg is within 2 seconds of the lead of this race.
Oh, they both got a 2 second penalty! Oh no!
Oh, Peg is winning this race right now.
Oh my gosh, he's got to navigate back marker. They spun him in front. What's going on? Oh no, Omersor spun it. No!
And Peg is now within 1 second with half a lap to go, Ryan, to win this race.
Oh my god!
Dramatic finish.
Oh
How
my
many different
word.
leaders have we had of this race?
Oh, this is ridiculous. This is the most ridiculous ending. This is the most ridiculous race we've had, and Twitch is completely down for me. People can't see this, Jamie. Unbelievable scenes. Steg is winning the race from 2nd place. Omersor has spun it on the final lap and finds himself in 5th place, which means Chambernator, season 19 sponsor. Theg is losing time, Jamie. He's got to be careful.
Don't mess up this corner.
Oh,
he's done it, Ryan. I think he's done it.
Oh,
what a battle. Thanks for his first ever NoobGamerz win, Ryan.
there it is. Oh,
wow.
Absolute and utter scenes, ladies and gentlemen, that nobody can bloody see because Twitch is having a paddy.
Oh, with 3 laps to go, Omersor was gifted the lead when Yerison span, and I thought, that's it, Omersor's going to take his first win. He's ended up 5th, and Peg has won this race, Ryan, in the most dramatic of fashions.
Jamie, I'm telling you now, after this race, I'm going to make a video and just clip that last minute of the race, and we need to get it out there because that was amazing. Absolutely incredible scenes. Right. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that is if anyone's even there, because Twitch is having a right old paddy tonight and nothing, so I think it's sort of back. Don't even know if anyone's watching, Jamie, but you know, thanks for being here if you are. Pit crew staff required, says Bobber. Yes, exactly. Christ. Oh, I need to take a breath, Jamie. I need to take a breath. Did everyone catch
Oh.
that? Please tell me you caught that if you're in the chat.
Counts access compared
We
to
saw
mass.
it all.
all.
Oh, dearie
Hopefully
me.
it worked for most of them.
Yeah.
It's still
Absolute
sort of
treat.
in and out for me, so hopefully most people managed to see it.
Oh my word. I'm tired after that.
Your voice went home and sort of spun it.
Just couldn't believe it. I was just seeing in the distance, just like, what is going on? Like, he's spun it in the last lap. Oh, anyway, Theg, ladies and gentlemen, after all the trials and tribulations of that amazing race, comes out on top with King Kodiak second and Chambernator stealing third place at the death because of the mistake from Omasaur. Mr. Rich fourth, Omasaur fifth, Bobber sixth, Yerasan ended up seventh after the wire for his headphones got wrapped around his wheel and caused him to go off the track. Brighton Alpha eighth, Frimo ninth, and Tony in 10th. 11th for Fridge, Dazza in 12th, it's Nashift in 13th, Cycle Lizard Grab in 14th, 15th for Toasty Toad, 16th for Roughneck 1, Toucan 17th place, Aaron 18th, Backy 19th, Q-Blocks 20th, Duncan 21st, and a whole host of people retiring beyond 21st. But wow, Theg, King Kodiak, Chambernator finish as your top three after a race of epic proportions as we head back to the NoobGamerz bar. Wow. We say it so much here on this channel, but tonight delivered in absolute huge quantities. Apologies to the other 20 drivers we hardly looked at tonight because the race for top three, Jamie, for 40 minutes was sensational.
Yeah, I mean, just simply brilliant, Ryan, wasn't it? Absolutely. Yeah, we're huge fans of races like this, Ryan, and hopefully most people got to see it. That's the main thing. Let me just I'm just gonna pause a second, just imagine a Bender Armour joke about how shit the bar is.
Yeah, exactly.
Just hang on, just a couple of seconds.
Go on.
Oh, Ben, you cheeky little sod. He's always got one ready. There we go. It's like he's here, Ryan. Twitch, just having an absolute meltdown for me now. So let's maybe we should motor through some interviews before it completely dies.
Yes, indeed. So, but first, Chambernator, who on the final lap of this race found himself in fourth place, and he's thinking, you know what, I'm happy with fourth. Things are going well. It's been a great race. I'm sponsoring season 19. I'm happy. All of a sudden, he sees an error up in front, and he snatches it from the death. Chambernator should be joining us live in the studio now. I mean, can you believe it?
I can't. I mean, Omasaur was robbed. He really was.
He was what? Sorry, robbed? Did you say?
Robbed. Yeah. It was sad to see him spinning there, but obviously I'll take the podium.
Yeah, a great finale and an eventful race. I mean, talk us through these cars. Were they a bit of a handful?
Well, when I first saw that we were driving them and I had a go in it, I was a bit worried, to be honest. They were very, very slippery. But, you know, once you get into it and get the hang of it, how to drive them, they're really fun cars to drive. They might be an old 1.6 Cortina engine, but they've got some go in them.
Well, I mean, it certainly looked like we've had some great racing out there, some close toe-to-toe stuff from so many of the drivers that we saw out there. So they're obviously good for something. But yeah, I mean, what were your expectations going into the season? Obviously, you got to grips with the cars a little bit, a bit of practice. I mean, was it a top 10? Were you thinking, I just want to finish? Or were you actually gunning for podium positions for this season?
Well, I had my hopes up high, to be honest. I've had a couple of fourth places, been finishing in the top 10 quite a lot, and I felt I had got a good handle on these cars. So I was hoping for a podium, so all good.
Yeah, well, you got it. You nailed it. A great start to the season. Hopefully, you'll be able to watch it back. Twitch was having a bit of a mare tonight, so hopefully you can see your glory replayed back later.
I will revel in that tomorrow morning.
Exactly, and it's rare. It's rare, Chambernator, that as a season sponsor, you know, most of our season sponsors don't end up in the podium. So, you know, the floor is yours as a sponsor. Tell us about your company and what you're sponsoring tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, to be honest, it's a part-time company. I run it in spare time with my daughter, and we just 3D print. We design and 3D print racetracks. We're doing a few other things that are motorsport related as well, like car outlines. Done a little racing simulator rig that you can print out and stick together and stuff like that. So yeah, it's fun products. They're not too expensive, not too high quality, but they do the job and look good.
Perfect. Well, hey, really do appreciate the sponsor this season. You know, it's always appreciated having
worries.
people support us here. And hopefully the people at home watching tonight will, jump on your website and have a little look.
Yeah, get on there. 3dbyash.co.uk.
There we go. Well done again tonight on your podium position. And we look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you very much. Good talking to you.
Cheers. So there we go, Jamie. Chamberlain was gunning for a podium position before the race. He only gone and bloody got one, didn't he?
He did, yeah, smashed it, and definitely check out his website. I would love to put it in the chat, but we can't at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was it? 3D print by Ash.
3D by Ash, yeah. 3D by
3D by Ash, yeah. Definitely check that out, Ryan. Second place. Are you ready? Are you ready to crown him?
I think so. I mean, what a phrase that is to start with. But I mean, imagine the King's emotions are going to have been like a Ronan Keating song, Jamie. A bit of a roller coaster this evening, up, down, left, right. He probably didn't know what was going on, but he has ended up in second place tonight after a challenging night out on track for a variety of reasons. But King Kodiak should be joining us live in the studio now to talk us through a fun second place, I guess.
Oh, I am sweating something awful. That was absolutely. A lot of people will say, and there's a lot of chat going on about how difficult these cars are. Some people don't like them, etc., etc. But I'll tell you what, I had an absolute ball tonight. It just all came together after the pit stop with a few wobbly moments thrown in there for good measure. It was a shame about that Tango with Yeresan. I lost 12 seconds because of that, but. I think if Racer had been with us, his pace has been just unbelievable. I think that would have been his if his connection had held. But yeah, I'm ecstatic. That was brilliant. Thoroughly enjoyed that.
I mean, you didn't even have half a lap to have a breather that whole race. It felt like you were always in the mix, with someone, and you've ended up second. You could have ended up first, you could have ended up 12th. I mean, it was an amazing race to watch, actually, for us in the studio. So I'm gathering that you're quite pleased with second despite the potential win.
Oh yeah, of course I would have loved to have had that top spot. We're all racers at heart, let's face it. But
sure.
Yeah, I knew I had the penalties. I was actually more worried about Chamberlain at one point. Then we tangled on the last lap, and I just knew Thig had enough pace to stay with me. So he did really well to just stay where he needed to be, stay consistent, and he's thoroughly deserved the win as a result. But yeah, I'm thrilled. I qualified fifth, didn't expect to be in the top 10, and I'm on the podium.
There we go.
Simple as that. Well, surprises all round tonight, King Kodiak. I mean, what a race it was. I mean, it was one of the most enjoyable races I've watched, from a personal note, in a very long time. Just absolute balls to the wall racing for 40 minutes from people inside the sort of top 10, really. So thank you for that, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
I certainly shall. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for allowing me the hello ground once again.
No
Thank
worries.
you, King.
Thank you.
Good evening.
So there we go. King Kodiak is a happy chappy with his second place, but Jamie, first place. The bookies have been robbed of a favourite. Not many people would have had their money on this boy, but he shone during practice. He shone during the qualification, and he got what he deserved. To quote King Kodiak, a first place for Theg. Theg, please tell me you're here in the studio, and please tell me you are absolutely buzzing.
I am here and I'm buzzing. That was the most excruciating and exhilarating hour of my life. I haven't stopped trembling since qualification. My qualification time I was so happy with. And then Chamberlain to just pick me to that podium quali position. Oh, and then I don't know what the other two boys were doing in first and second. Their pace was absolutely ridiculous. But I started off so poorly, so slow. I bogged down to like 7th or 8th. And I had a really simple, easy race at the beginning. No challenges, not really. And then I don't know. I saw an opportunity, racing cars, and then ended up like 4th or 5th. And then I saw King spin and ended up 3rd. And then he was chasing me down for ages, and eventually took the time. And I was like, I'm not gonna get King. I'm not gonna get King. I'm just gonna take it easy from now. This was like 10 minutes to go, and mental. And then they had an accident, or they were racing each other with Elmersaw and King. Slowed them down. I caught up, and then just managed to keep that gap under 2 seconds.
I mean, it was an amazing race there. What I want to know is how you were feeling on that very last lap when you knew you just needed to stay within that 2-second window of King's penalty. How was that last lap for you?
I didn't know at the beginning of that last lap. I was settled for 3rd. At the beginning of that last lap, I was settled for 3rd. It was only at about that right-hander down the hill, under the banner. I saw myself catching up with him, and I saw them sort of jostling. And then I saw King had 2 seconds, and I saw him go off or slow down or something. And I was like, this is it. I can get this.
And then was it just tension did you just get in the zone?
That last corner has been a nightmare at Red Bull Ring in these cars.
It's a tough corner.
You can't take too much curve.
Yeah.
You can't take too much speed. You can't take off too much speed. You got to get it right, and it's been a nightmare in my practices. It's where I've probably gone wrong the most. So that's what had me nervous, that last corner.
But hey, you did it, and you probably, I mean, I certainly feel like it, let alone you actually took part of it. I feel like it's time for a stiff drink and a lie down. What do you reckon?
Definitely with a stiff drink. I'm going to help myself to cider, I think.
Good lad. Well done, Theg. Sensational racing. Congratulations on your win this evening. And I'm sure, from the sounds of it, we'll see you back racing again next week.
Yeah, first podium, first win. So might as well do a doozy. I've got to come back.
Do it in style, Theg. Yeah, absolutely. New name, new position. There we go.
Exactly. So yeah, well done, Theg. See you next week.
Thank you very much.
Mate.
So there we go. 3 very happy campers at the top of the leaderboard tonight. I mean, as I said, genuinely, Jamie, I'm exhausted from the exhilaration of that race tonight, but not exhausted enough to get 2 things sorted. Number 1, we're going to sort a driver of the day out. Jamie's going to lay that on us thick in the next 10 to 20 seconds. And of course, we're going to go get our freak on down at the NoobGamerz Disco. Let's go. Oh, sorry, just a few of the fans there just shouting my name. Have to give them what they want. Anyway, we're getting our freak on down at the NoobGamerz Disco. There's still energy for that. There's always energy for getting a little dance on going down here. But Jamie, talk to me. Who is driver of the day?
I mean, so many options, Brian. But I have to give it to first podium, first win. It's got to be Theg, isn't it? I mean, so dramatic, that final lap. He held his nerves. I enjoyed what he said about he's basically been shaking for an hour solid. I mean, he needs to go and lie in a dark room now, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And just calm it down.
Yeah.
He's not going to be able to sleep tonight, right? All that adrenaline going. So yeah, I mean, chuff for him. So he might as well take the double crown, Ryan, the win and the driver of the day.
There we go. Yeah, I mean, it's deserved by him. So many of the races tonight deserving of their positions as well. So much unluckiness out there as well. Just so many events going out on the track tonight, and it's absolutely, I'm genuinely devastated on the inside that Twitch has robbed us of piling in those numbers tonight for people to see that action. So we're going to have to get those clips out there on the socials, because absolute and utter scenes is the only way to describe what has happened tonight. I loved it, Jamie. I mean, marks out of 10. It's got to be a 10, hasn't it?
Probably like a two or 3 or something. No, it was great. It was absolutely great. Yeah, solid 9, Ryan. Solid 9. The only thing that would have made it a 10 is if it had been Jimmy taking it.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Didn't bother turn up. No, didn't even come in the chat.
Nothing.
Whatever. Anyway, it's definitely time for a lie down now, ladies and gentlemen. What a night it's been. I mean, I've loved it, Jamie. Appreciate you joining me, my friend.
Always, yeah, thanks. Absolute pleasure, right? Talk to me. Tell me when we're back.
We're back on Thursday, Jamie. Thursday, me and you are mosey on up to the studio once again, and we're going to open our doors to the masses, and hopefully Twitch isn't going to have an absolute meltdown about it. But anyway, we've enjoyed it. Hope you've enjoyed it. We're off for a drink and a lie down, and we'll see you soon, yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Bye,
Yeah,
everyone.
right.
Have a
Cheers.
great week and a weekend. I'm going to go dancing. Bye.
Unbelievable manoeuvre from Seven. Sideswipe galore at the front. Oh, what's going to happen here? The back. Looks like Mr. Brisket and Don Teacher are both making early. Oh, no! He's going for it. Where's he going to appear? Anyway, as the community. Ooh. No, always turns to shambles. But our special talking to shambles. Oh my days! And that looks. I'm gonna call this early doors. That looked like a takeout. Oh no, Spoon! Oh no! Oh! No, this ain't a ball, please. Oh! Wow! 123.9. Oh no, there's a late winner! He's that! Well, Spoon, you out of nowhere! Six of that, they wanted this video! Oh, what a rubbish track we joined that one! What what a move! Is he going to make it stick though? Tough corner to make it stick on. Is he going to go round the outside? Unbelievable! Oh! Wow, wow, wow.
Fantastic move.